Before anyone invests in Freedom Notes, I want to make sure they understand exactly how to get their money back. Not because I expect something to go wrong, but because a good investor never puts money into something without understanding the exit. So let me walk you through exactly how it works. Freedom Notes begins with a 12-month initial term. That means from the date you fund your investment, your capital is committed for 1 year. During that 12 months, your investment is at work. If you're on the income track, you're receiving quarterly distributions. If you're on the growth track, your returns are compounding inside your note. Either way, the capital is deployed into real estate-related assets that require time to generate returns. And 12 months is the baseline commitment that makes that possible. This is not unusual for private real estate investments. Real estate is not liquid by nature. We own apartment communities and senior housing properties. We can't liquidate those assets on 30 days' notice without taking a significant loss. The 12-month structure matches the nature of the underlying assets. At the end of your 12-month term, your note automatically renews for another year, unless you notify us that you want to exit. This is called auto-renewal, and it exists because the large majority of our investors choose to stay. They found a return they trust with a team they know. They have no reason to pull their capital, and the auto-renewal removes administrative friction from the renewal process. But life changes, situations change, so the opt-out process is simple. The way our redemption window works is straightforward. If you want to exit at the end of the year, you need to let us know by June 30th. All redemptions are processed at December 31st, once a year, at year-end. That structure exists for the same reason the 12-month commitment does. We are invested in real estate, not a money market account. We need a defined window to plan for your exit without disrupting the portfolio or the investors who are staying. The June 30th deadline gives us that runway. Once you've given proper notice, your redemption at the end of the term is processed through our investor portal. Our investor concierge team manages the documentation, the timing, and the mechanics of returning your principal. Your investment continues to earn returns during the notice period. You don't stop earning while you wait. You remain on your track, income or growth, until the redemption date arrives. Redemptions are processed subject to the company having available liquidity. I want to be transparent about what that means. We're not a bank. We can't guarantee same-day liquidity in all circumstances. Redemptions are processed in an orderly way that reflects the underlying nature of the assets we hold. Our track record shows a consistent history of honoring investor exits at the end of their terms. I want to spend a moment on the why, because I think understanding the reason helps the structure feel less like a restriction and more like what it actually is, an honest acknowledgement of how real assets work. Real estate investing is not designed for the same liquidity as a savings account. When you deposit money in a bank, the bank can return it the next day because it pools millions of deposits against short-term instruments. Real estate doesn't work that way. The 12-month commitment and 180-day notice period are not designed to trap you. They're the structural requirements of investing in real assets that take time to generate returns and require planning to wind down responsibly. We've never wanted an investor to be surprised by the structure. That's why we explain it before you invest and why it's in the documents and why I'm making a video about it. The investors who've been with us for years and keep renewing do so because they understand how it works, and they've found that it fits their situation. If you want more flexibility than Freedom Notes provides, we do have another product worth knowing about, our 3-month income fund, what we call the liquidity fund. It's structured with a shorter commitment window and quarterly liquidity options. It's designed for investors who want some of the benefits of real estate-backed investing with a shorter time horizon. If your situation calls for more flexibility than a 12-month note, that may be a better fit for you. Our team can walk you through both options and help you figure out which one matches your actual situation. In our next video, we answer a question that comes up more than most people might expect. Can investors outside the United States participate in Freedom Notes? And if you're ready to understand the full investment process from funding through renewal and eventual exit, go to chatwithfreedom.com. Our team will walk you through every step. I hope this was helpful, and I hope we have the opportunity to work together.